I sent the new cutout to the rest of the team. Shirley's immediate reaction was like,
all the visual effects are incredible.
And Benno called me and was like,
damn, that looks better than I thought it was gonna look.
It took 2 months to finish the post-production of Friend of Sophia, our proof-of-concept sci-fi short. Because this whole project was paid for out of pocket, I took on all the editing and visual effects myself.
How does this work? First, you have to tell me what you want.
When I'm going through footage, I'm looking for moments of authenticity. Maybe it's a line reading, maybe it's a look in the eye. Maybe it's just something that happens right after the slate or before action is called. I string them out and make a first assembly. But the challenge is that sometimes these moments clash. They don't inform or respond to each other. An amazing reaction shot might feel off compared to what they're responding to, for example. So I find the tentpole moments. In Friend of Sophia, Spark asking Jane if she's a friend of Sophia, and then Jane's reaction to that question is the first huge moment. So is Jane letting her guard down and then flirting with Spark. Then from those moments, I work backwards and forward to make sure everything is emotionally consistent.
I remember being in film school and we edited on Steenbeck, so we shot on film, actually had to physically cut it and tape it. Every little cut mattered. You noticed if you cut 2 frames too soon and had to add them back because it was a pain in the ass, if you could do it at all. And it really taught a lot of lessons of being very deliberate with the edit. So I'm trying to kind of remember that, making sure, that every cut, every shot is telling the story the best way possible.
And throughout this process, lines get cut or sometimes dialogue gets rearranged. That's all a normal part of the post-production process, but for this project, the other thing I had to consider was the visual effects. I split the visual effect shots into 5 categories. 1, crucial storytelling shots like TV screens and Spark's eye glitches. 2, intended VFX fixes like this shot where we see the camera or exit sign. 3, unintended fixes like seeing this wall we did in art or this cord from our LED strips. 4, fun additions like extra CG elements or accentuating the special effects makeup by smoothing the actress's skin even more. And 5, true tests to see if I can pull it all off, like the exterior of the company tower or a digital set extension of this shot. I made a Google sheet of all the shots and then categorized them. There were 50 shots in this 5-minute film, and I got to work.
Blender keeps crashing and my project file got corrupted, so I lost a full day of work today. But I guess the only thing to do is, keep going, keep working.
I learned everything I know from YouTube tutorials.
Hey, what's up? Andrew Kramer here for videocopilot.net.
And tutorials are how I taught myself Blender, a free 3D software. My plan was just to see how well I could make the 3D shots and then hire a VFX person later if I needed to. But I showed the team and they said it all looked great.
It looks like we had much more time, much more budget, many more people. We accomplished what we wanted to accomplish.
The thing that makes me smile the biggest when I watch this is the successful collaboration that happened.
The makeup fit in beautifully, but also it feels like a complete world. It feels like just a different place, and that's hard to achieve.
I've done other proof of concepts where it's like, okay, well, this is what we did with no money and it'll be better next time, like cut us some slack. But this, it's like, I don't know, you don't even really have to cut us any slack. Like, it looks really good.
Phase 1 is done. We did it. I feel very proud of myself that I was able to pull this off. And I knew that I could, but I think there's always that part of you that's sort of doubting and thinks maybe this was a terrible idea. Now that it's a finished product and it's what I had imagined, especially with that shot coming down from the stairwell, I feel good and I'm very hopeful for the future. Phase 1 done.